YouTube. What's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And today's live is going to be on dual threat quarterbacks versus pocket passing quarterbacks. Yes, I said it, guys. So I have 12 dual threat quarterbacks that I am targeting over most of the pocket quarterbacks, not all. And I have these guys, I have these lists broke down. So I'm just going to explain to y'all why I mostly like to go after dual threat quarterbacks. I said what I said over pocket passer quarterbacks. And it's like 4, maybe 5 guys that are pocket passers that I will draft, but not before the elite tier of the dual threat quarterbacks. Hopefully that made sense, guys. Let me go to the chat and see what everybody's doing. Matt Mike, what's up? He said, YouTube, what's going on, bro? Glad to see you here as always. So listen, guys, with no further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started because, guys, I have a consultation at 6. So I need to be off of here and get ready for my consultation at 6. So let's go ahead and start, guys. So I'm going to read the list out, and I'm going to explain each guy why I'm targeting. So, guys, I'm going to go through my elite tier of dual threat quarterbacks. The first guy is Lamar Jackson. Now, listen, I'm not going to see this video is not about how good Lamar Jackson is. This video is telling you why you should be targeting Lamar Jackson. It doesn't matter if you think he can pass. It doesn't matter if you think he's going to win a Super Bowl. It matters of fantasy points. So with Lamar picking up weight, I think he picked up like 20 pounds in the offseason. This guy's ready to be bell cowed around the goal line. And guys, when you have a possibility of getting 2 rushing touchdowns in a game, your passing ceiling can be low. Your floor can be good. It doesn't matter because of the rushing yards. That's what took Jalen Hurts as a top 5 quarterback last year. We know watching Jalen Hurts that he didn't look better than Matthew Stafford throwing the ball. But with his running ability, it was so safe. So, guys, this Lamar Jackson is my first elite tier dual threat rushing quarterback. So then we go on to my second guy. And my second guy, guys, you might disagree as far as him being in my dual threats, but this guy is a dual threat. I don't care what anybody says. And I call him Baby Goat. I call him Baby Goat. And this guy is Justin Herbert from the Los Angeles Chargers. I said what I said, Baby Goat. And the reason why I consider Justin Herbert as a dual threat, guys, he can move. This guy's very athletic. His arm is so good that he can stay in the pocket or he can run. I remember last year he had a game where he threw for like 350 yards and he rushed for like over 80 yards, maybe 90. Guys, that's extraordinary from a guy with this type of arm strength and pocket presence. This guy, that makes him like a unicorn. So Justin Herbert is a dual threat quarterback. Yes, I said it. He's not just a pocket presence. He's a dual threat quarterback. Okay, guys, my third guy that you should be targeting as a dual threat quarterback is Josh Allen. Yes, I said it, guys, Josh Allen. And the reason why I'm high on Josh Allen, guys, is because of what he did in the past. Josh Allen can throw, but we know he can run. So with Josh Allen being better than what he was 2 years ago, guys, you got to keep trusting that train and ride it out. So I don't have a lot to say about Josh Allen other than believe that he's a dual threat quarterback and he is good with the arm, better than most, right? And I love Lamar Jackson, but I would say Josh Allen is more developed in throwing the ball and he has better weapons too than Lamar Jackson. But Lamar Jackson is still my number 1 guy in my rankings, but that's neither here nor there. So yes, guys, Josh Allen. All right, guys, my last elite tier guy that I'm taking, actually I got a bonus guy, and I'm going to put him in elite tier too. But my last elite tier guy is Kyler Murray. I said what I said. And the reason why, guys, I'm high on Kyler Murray is because Kyler Murray, guys, he uses his legs to do what he do. So, yes, James Conner took a lot of his touchdowns around the goal line, but he's not going to take them all, right? I still think that he can get 6 or 7 rushing touchdowns, even though they don't want to use him a lot in the rushing game, but he still will be using it, right? Because that's part of Kyler Murray's game. So, guys, he's an elite tier. Yes, I got him on last, but this guy still moves with his legs. I understand that the contract stuff, it was kind of sour in our mouths. Him with the clause in his contract not studying film, I don't care nothing about that. All I care about this guy is a dual threat guy. Now, he's going to use his leg less. That's why I got him number 4 or 5 on the list. But this guy still is a dual threat guy. So this is the guy that I'm targeting before any other quarterbacks. All right, guys, my last guy, this is a bonus guy. Thank you for tuning in to the live. It's Trey Lance. Yes, I am high on Trey Lance. Trey Lance, guys, is balling out, right? Like, like in camp in the preseason game, and he's 230, 240 pounds. This guy can he can be like Cam Newton, getting 12 or 13 carries a game. So, guys, this is a safe floor. I don't care what his own development is going to be. I'm not really worried about that. I just want to know that he's going to get rushing upside and he's going to be getting touches in the green zone to get rushing touchdowns. If he can leave with 10 rushing touchdowns, it almost guarantees you a top 5 quarterback. That's how fantasy works, guys. It's not about the arm or winning games. It's about winning fantasy championships. And Trey Lance has that upside. Okay, guys. So after I gave you the elite tier, I'm going to give you the elite tier of the pocket passers. And I'm not saying to get these guys, but these are guys that I think is okay taking, but I'm still rather taking the dual threat guys. So the first one, guys, that I'm taking as a pocket quarterback is Tom Brady. Yes, guys, Tom Brady. Now listen, Tom Brady can win you a championship. I ain't gonna cap. So if you want to go wait later in your draft and wait for Tom Brady, I'm perfectly fine with that. I just don't think he has the ceiling that Lamar Jackson has. I don't think he has the ceiling that Justin Herbert or Kyler Murray or Trey Lance or Josh Allen has. But I do think he can win you fantasy championships. Some weeks he can outscore these guys, but that's when he throws for 5 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, 6. That's when he does that. He can beat these guys even at their boom. So Tom Brady is the elite guy that I think that is okay with you taking. All right, guys. The next guy is that I think is okay with what you taking, and this guy's in my elite quarterbacks pocket passer is Kirk Cousins. He has Justin Jefferson. He got Adam Thielen. He got KJ Osborne. He got Dalvin Cook wanting to catch more passes. So I'm moving him up in the elite tier. I think he's fine drafting, but I don't want him before I take Trey Lance. I don't want him before I take Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray or Josh Allen. But I think he's fine. Kirk Cousins will be a good pocket passer quarterback for you this year. He's going to have some very high scoring weeks, top 5 scoring weeks. Another guy, guys, that I think is a really good pocket quarterback is Joe Burrow. Now, look, Joe Burrow is the epitome of what I'm saying. Joe Burrow last year was having a good fantasy year, getting around 18 to 20 fantasy points. And then when Jamar Chase started booming at the end of the year, that's when he got into the top 12 quarterbacks because of the year that he had at the end. But before, Joe Burrow was not a fantasy starter of a quarterback, but he was a great NFL quarterback. So make sure you're getting guys that have rushing ability. Yeah, I know Joe Burrow might rush the ball a little bit more this year because he was coming off an injury. So until I see it, I'm not going to give it to him. So it is what it is, guys. All right, guys, this is another guy, and you might not agree with me moving this guy into my pocket passing, but I just don't see him running as much as he used to. And this is Russell Wilson. Russell, last name Wilson. Now listen, Russell Wilson does move out the pocket, and he will choose opportunities to take off running. But to me, I think he's developing to a straight pocket passer. He's older now. He's not really going to be running like a Lamar or a Trey or a Josh Allen because he's older and he's really good in the pocket. So that's neither here nor there. But Russell Wilson is a pocket quarterback, and I take him later in the draft. I'm not taking Russell Wilson over no Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert, or Josh Allen, or not even Jalen Hurts. I said what I said. I'm not taking them. All right, guys, and my next 2 guys, and I got a bonus guy for you. So next 2 guys, it's Matthew Stafford. My next guy is Matthew Stafford. And the reason why Matthew Stafford is a guy that is a good quarterback, but I'm not taking him over my dual threat quarterbacks is because he doesn't rush at all. Like this guy never really rushes, right? I think for the Super Bowl, his over-under was like 3 yards in the Super Bowl. So they didn't even know if he was going to rush or not. So yes, guys. And Matthew Stafford is just an arm quarterback. So if he has a bad game, he doesn't have anything to make up for it. That bothers me. I like guys where they're not all just dependent on passing yards. I want you to depend on everything, right? And the next guy, other than that, guys, is Derek Carr. I said what I said. Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr is a sound quarterback this year, but again, he doesn't have any rushing upside. Rushing upside saves you guys. Go look at Lamar Jackson numbers. Some games, guys, he threw for 2 picks. He didn't have but maybe 210 yards passing. That's probably 10 points, 12 points maybe in fantasy. But then he rushed for 75 with 1 tug, and he took his numbers all the way up to a 22, 23, which is very fantasy valuable. So, guys, this is what I'm talking about. So, Derek Carr, he moves a little bit, but what kind of rushing upside does he give you? If you want to win, ride one of these quarterbacks to throw for 4 touchdowns every game like Joe Burrow did at the end of next year, then I'm going to give that to you. That's what you're looking for, then I'm going to give that to you because I'm not dependent on a pocket quarterback like Derek Carr to go and throw for 4 or 5 touchdowns week after week after week after week. Only Tom Brady, in my opinion, can do that. That's just my 2 cents on that, guys. So I'm gonna read off some other quarterbacks, guys, that I think that are dual threat guys that I think you'll be okay if you get these guys too. It just depends. But I gave you the elite tier. So the rest of the guys, like Jalen Hurts. Now listen, his rushing upside is better than a lot of guys in the elite tier, but his passing still has to improve enough to break that top 5. Like his pass is not even better than Lamar Jackson. And I'm not trying to kill Lamar, but it's not. So that's why I couldn't get Jalen Hurts on the elite tier. But Jalen Hurts is fine and dandy with me taking. Like if I don't get none of the elite tier guys that I named out and I get Jalen Hurts, I'm like this. I feel good about that. So Jalen Hurts, Deshaun Watson, I know about the situation, but he is a dual threat. This guy may not have a lot of rushing yards, but he will run for rushing touchdowns. He could run for 2 rushing touchdowns in a game. And he can do that back-to-back weeks. That's how Deshaun Watson plays. He run around and make plays. And if you don't come up and, sack him, he'll make the first down or make the touchdown. It is what it is. Justin Fields. Justin Fields is another guy that I like this year, guys. He's last year, guys, if he had I think his rushing yards was the 3rd or 4th most in the whole league. He just didn't have any touchdowns with it. This year, I think this offense will be a little bit better, and he will have some rushing touchdowns. I'm expecting at least 7 rushing touchdowns from Justin Fields. Daniel Jones, yes, the white Michael Vick, as they call him. We know that he can run, especially long speed. So if you wait until the bottom of the barrel to get a quarterback, then I say maybe get a guy like Daniel Jones instead of getting a guy like Baker Mayfield, right? Because the reason why I say that, because Daniel Jones has rushing upside. He could have a couple rushing touchdowns. Does Baker have them? Probably not. He don't have a lot of athletic ability. So yes, guys, I would rather have a guy like Daniel Jones before I go and wait to the end of my drafts and get a guy like Baker Mayfield, right? Okay, let's move on. Another guy, guys, this is a dynasty stash. And this is also, guys, a stash in your regular leagues. And this is a Malik Willis. Yes, I'm bringing him in this video. Now, listen, he might not start, but it's worth taking a chance on him to stash him. Guys, Ryan Tannehill, if he plays 2 back-to-back bad games, hey, I don't care what the coach say. I don't care if they love Ryan Tannehill. The owners are going to make him put Malik Willis in. So I like Malik Willis with his rushing upside. Great deep stash. Now, listen, you might have to drop him eventually, and that's okay because it doesn't matter. But you go ahead and picking him up early. That way you can stash him on your team, guys. And if he gets a starting role, you will have something special. Who else, guys? Marcus Mariota. And I see that somebody talked about him in the chat. I like Marcus Mariota. I'm fine with taking him over a Matt Jones. Yes, Matt Jones. Who? Matt Jones. Who? I'd rather take Marcus Mariota. Let me see if anybody else on this list. Yeah, that's all the scrambling the dual threat quarterbacks. Some of the pocket passers that I do like, guys. First, one of them is Tua. I'm waiting late to get him, but if he fall to me and I haven't drafted my quarterback yet, I'll take Tua. I think Tua's going to be fine, especially with those speed weapons. I'm telling you guys, Tua fits really great with speedy receivers. He's going to get the ball out there real pretty for him, and they're going to have a lot of room to make moves. Some guys got big arms, but do they put the ball where the guy needs so he can make a move? And I'm going to go ahead and get on one of my guys, Trey Lance. He's still working on that. Sometimes I see him throw the ball high, and the guy got to adjust his body. And that's going to slow him down. That's going to be able to make where he can't avoid the tackler. But if you catch it and put it out there in front where he already moving, then he can make plays. So that's what Tua can do, guys. So I like Tua. And I told you about Kirk Cousins. I love Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins is playing with one of the best wide receivers in the league. So I love Kirk Cousins. Davis Mills is another guy. So I like Davis Mills. He's a pocket quarterback. But this is a later guy that you ain't. This is not the Tom Brady's and the Aaron Rodgers and the Matt Staffords and the Russell Wilsons and the Dak Prescotts and the Joe Burrows, right? Those are the pocket quarterbacks that a lot of y'all usually like. I'm fading those guys. They too high. You know what I'm saying? For me, because I'm not picking a lot of these guys over Mariota and stuff like that, right? I'd rather wait. That's just me now. I'm not telling you to do this. And I'm not saying this is the only way to do it, but this is the way I do it. So I'd rather wait late to get Davis Mills for almost free and kill the game, right? I think Davis Mills is going to be fine. He got Brandon Cooks out there that he's hyper targeting to. I think that's going to be great. I'm fine with taking that, guys. So some of the other guys like Baker Mayfield, if you want to take Baker, I'm not going to sit here because, listen, it's your team. So when I make content, guys, I'm not going to tell you what you got to do because, listen, fantasy is about doing what you want to do. I'll be the first to tell you guys, content creators, they're good to listen to, but don't just do what's going to make you happy where you're going to have the most fun. So if you like Baker, you think Baker's going to hit, you're probably right. You could be right. Don't let nobody tell you nothing other. If you've done your research and you like Baker, you can take Baker. I'm not taking Baker. Not saying he sucked because I think he's a decent quarterback. But for fantasy purposes, I don't know. Is he going to accentuate DJ Moore? Is he going to accentuate Terrence Marshall? Is he going to accentuate Robbie Anderson? I don't know. So I kind of just leaving him alone, going to a lot of other quarterbacks. Jameis Winston. I'm not touching Jameis Winston. I'm sorry. I'm just not touching him. I don't think he sucked. He's coming off an injury. He's still learning to play the check down game instead of throwing it deep every time. I'm just not touching it, and he's a pocket quarterback. I'd rather take Taysom Hill over Jameis, and I know Taysom Hill is not a great pocket presence guy, but that rushing upside makes him safe. So I'd rather take Taysom Hill over Jameis Winston. I said what I said, even though I know Jameis has a better arm and he knows the game better from the pocket. Matt Ryan, safe guy. I'd rather take not Daniel Jones. I'm sorry, man. I'd rather take Mariota. And guys, also I didn't throw Patrick Mahomes in there. Patrick Mahomes is a tweener. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic a little bit because I know I was talking about another guy, but I want to explain Patrick Mahomes real quick. Guys, Patrick Mahomes is a dual threat quarterback, but he also is a pocket passing quarterback. So this guy is just all in what you try. Like, only reason why I'm not taking a lot of Patrick Mahomes early is because Tyreek left. I want to see what he's going to do. Is he going to get the big numbers without Tyreek? I don't know. I don't know if he's going to throw for 5 or 6 touchdowns without Tyreek. But I know he can run around and make plays, and he can have games where he has 50, 60 yards, kind of like Justin Herbert. I think Justin Herbert is just a little bit more of a better athlete. But Patrick Mahomes, guys, he's a dual threat or a pocket passer. Whatever you want to put him at, I'm okay with saying that. But, yes, guys, let me get back to what I was saying. But, yeah, no James Winston. Okay, yeah, I was talking about Matt Ryan. I'm not drafting Matt Ryan. It's too safe. Guys, to win fantasy championships, you got to get the boom, even if it's risky. That's how you win, right? Look at Cooper Kupp. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if people would call this. I know a lot of people like Robbie Woods. Like, you never know who's going to have that sauce from year to year. That's my point. Long story short, that's my point. And Matt Ryan is just safe. I don't think Matt Ryan's going to be throwing for 3 to 4 touchdowns every week, right? He might have a couple of weeks where he accentuate Michael Pittman or Nyheim Hines or Alec Pierce, but not that often, right? So I'd rather take a guy like Marcus Mariota, who I think has made, because Marcus Mariota could break a long 60-yard touchdown with his legs. And but all those bonuses from the rushing and stuff, those, I'm telling you guys, I'd rather take a dual threat quarterback. I just can't take a quarterback that's going to stand in a pocket and he don't got great weapons like Tom Brady. Now, if you're Tom Brady, because Tom Brady will cut your throat, no pun intended, then yeah, I'll take a pocket passer, but I'm not taking a safe pocket passer with the number one rusher on the team, right? It just lowers the ceiling. How much time I got? Okay. And let me see who else. Matt Jones, the young rookie. Well, he was a rookie last year. But Matt Jones, guys, I think he's going to get better. But are you telling me that he's better than – are you sure that he's going to have better numbers than Daniel Jones? Are you sure? I get it. It sounds – yeah, of course he's going to be better than Daniel Jones. It sounds like because he's with Belichick, right? But are you sure he's going to have better numbers? Because Belichick might get down to the goal line and run it in with Ramondre Stevenson and Damon Harris if he's still there. Right? Are you sure that Mac Jones is going to throw it a lot around the red zone and the green zone? I don't know. I'd rather have guys like Justin Fields, Daniel Jones, Marcus Mariota, and I'd rather even take a late stab on Deshaun Watson, and we all know what's going on with that. This is just a video about dual threats, not about what's going on with Deshaun Watson. Let me see. Derek Carr, I'm like I said, these guys are good in fantasy. I still rather take a dual threat quarterback instead of taking Derek Carr. That's going to be a pocket passer. So, guys, let me get to the chat a little bit and see what's going on. Yeah, Mike says, YouTube. That's my saying, bruh. And he says, I love Mariota this season. Yeah, I think Mariota's gonna be I think he's got a lot of upside, bro. That rushing ability, and I think he's good enough to get the ball to Kyle Pitts and Drake London. Those are big, tall guys. It's not hard to get him the ball. I think Marcus Mariota will be fine. And Matt Mike says, "Uh-oh." Yes, sir. And he says, "I do like pocket passes, A-Rod and Barrow." That's fine, bro, and I get it. Me, it's just too many other guys out there that I'm not gonna take A-Rod over Justin Fields and Trey Lance and Jalen Hurts. I just can't do it, but I get it. Even Joe Burrow. Like, I can't. Only pocket quarterbacks I'm taking is Kirk Cousins, Davis Mills, Tom Brady, and I might take Tua at certain times, right? I might take Tua, or even maybe Russell if he fall, right? That's just me. But bro, ain't nothing wrong with these quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers has been a nasty quarterback the last 2 years, right? I'm just giving you my essence of what I like to do. So you're right, bro. User Nerd says, but I do like dual threats. Okay, I got you. And Matt Mike says, I like Nico Collins over Cooks this season. If Cooks get hurt, yeah, but I do like Nico Collins, bro. I'm high on Nico Collins. Yes, sir. And Matt Mike says, this channel should have way more followers. Best content out. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I don't know what's going on, man. You know, I'm just gonna keep putting in the work, bro. I don't pay attention to that because it'll bog you down. You'll be like, man, I did a great video. It took me 2 hours. That's what I used to do in the beginning. I used to take me like an hour to prep and do all that, and then I go out and I get 30 views on the video. So I had to learn how to be able to get good content, but not put too much into a video where I don't have enough energy to keep it up, right? That's the thing about YouTube. But I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. And Matt Mike says, Saquon or Javonte? Saquon all day. I'd probably say Saquon even if Melvin Gordon got injured. Knock on wood. I'd probably still say Saquon. Listen, Dayball is there, and Dayball know how to use Saquon. Did you see him in the preseason game? Saquon was running a bunch of routes, so I like Saquon. There you go. Second take. What's up, bro? Glad to see you as always, showing support to the channel. User Norris says, thanks, man, for all you do. Look forward to your content. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. And second take says, what is good? Not much, bro. Just doing these dual threats and pocket passing quarterbacks. And let me see. Second take says, my boy Zach Wilson went down. Sad. He did, bro, but he's going to be okay. I like Zach Wilson, bro. I like the dog in him. He just need to work on his skill set, bro. I mean, he need to watch Tom Brady. If I was him, I'd be calling Tom Brady and say, listen, Tom, man, I pay you. I love you. I love your game. I love you. Can I go and, man, can you give me any pointers? That's what I would do. And Tom Brady had to basically cuss me out and say, look, don't ever call me. I'm not giving you no pointers. Because that's what Zach Wilson needs to do to take his game. He got the arm talent. He needs to learn to play the game from his mind, to know the pre-snap reads. Okay, this is an opportunity to take a deep ball. If you watch Tom Brady, guys, his talent isn't in his arm. He already know where to go with the ball 90% of the time before the snap. And I think that's what's going to take Zach Wilson game to the next level, is knowing where to go with a snap. And then if it's not there, do you know where the check down is? It's like math. It's like you got probabilities for 1 and 2. But if 1 and 2 gone, 3 gonna be open every time. It might not be for a big game, but it's gonna be open. And that's what Zach Wilson needs to take his game to the next level. Yep. He gonna be all right, bro. He coming back like week 2 or 3. Second take says, did you see what happened to Henderson and Akers? No, what happened, bro? What happened with Henderson and Akers? Let me know. Jake from State Farm, what's up, bro? He says Pittman or Mark Andrews in Dynasty. I'm gonna go with Michael Pittman. I love Andrews. If you in tight end premium, maybe in tight end premium, but in regular, you got to go with Pittman, man. That's a wide receiver, bro. And in Dynasty, I learned this from guys that I played in the league with. They used to tell me this all the time, that wide receivers hold value. You can swap them out later, like 6-7 years into their career. You can swap them out for an elite guy. But a running back, 6-7 years, or tight ends and stuff like that, if it ain't Travis Kelce or Kyle Pitts, people don't want to give you the value for them like you really need, like you're supposed to have a value, especially in non-tight end premium. But with Pittman, As long as he's balling out, you're going to be able to get what you want. So I would say Pittman, bro, as the player and also as trade capital. And he says half PPR. I still would go with Pittman. If it was a running back, I might would go with the half PPR and say the running back, but I'm still go with Pittman. Matt Mike says, take Lamar in the 5th round and wait and get Lance and redraft. Yes. I say the same thing, man. I'm in the 5th round. That's where I'm getting, like, you can get Lamar in every 5th round. That's when the quarterbacks are coming off in single quarterback leagues. But in Superflex, I'm trying to get Lamar and Trey. That's me. In Superflex, I'm getting Lamar and Trey. I want 2 dual threat quarterbacks. That's just me, guys. And yeah, guys, ask me any questions. Guys, you got any questions? Because I'm getting out of here at about 5:55. So we got about 10 more minutes. So, guys, ask me any questions you got, and I'm going to try to get to them. And guys, also, I know I don't be able to get to all different types of content. So, guys, that's when I go live, to go ahead and ask me a question that you need, because I understand I might not put out a video for you. That's why I got my OnlyFans, and that's why I go through everybody's questions in the chat, because I know we all got good questions, and you can help me out, inform other people, right? So, guys, I appreciate the questions. I'll keep giving them. Let me see. Yep, and he says, I agree with your take. And I think he was saying what I was saying earlier about Zach Wilson, probably. Second take says, Sean McVay said running backs Cam Akers and Derrick Henry are both dealing with soft tissue injuries. Wow, and that's going to happen, especially with Cam. I'm not, I like Cam as a player, but after the injury, I'm just kind of waiting to see, right? I'm just kind of waiting to see. And second take says, I hope I can get Kelsey in the 2nd round. You should, bro. Pretty Richie, what they called him. What's up, bro? Richard Watkins in the building. He said, hey, what's good? What's good, bro? Kevin, what's up, bro? He said, Titty, what's good, bro? Not much, bro. Just doing these videos. Get ready for fantasy. Second take says, which is pick 16. Okay. So I don't know if he's probably talking about a pick from earlier or something. And User Nerd says, I am a Broncos fan, but I think Najee is going to be RB1 overall this year. Yes. I don't know if he's going to be RB1, but I'm taking him in every draft. Like, if he falls to me like 1-7 or 1-8, I faded Justin Jefferson, which is kind of bothering me a little bit, but I had to get Najee as a running back. Like, guys, I know I'm a 0 RB guy, but if it's a young rookie going into his 2nd year and he ain't never been hurt, it's hard for me to fade that. I can't fade the number 1 player in fantasy just because I don't like RBs or I believe they get hurt. I'm going to take that risk. Not in every draft, but in most of my drafts. But yeah, I agree, bro. I'm taking a lot of Najee this year. Kevin says, TD, do you think Trey Lance will have a breakout year? Yes, sir, bro. I'm championing Trey Lance. Huge. And guys, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. Helps the video get out in the algorithm. But I love Trey Lance this year. You would think I was a 49er fan. And second take says Mike Evans or Mike Williams. Bro, that's a great one. I'm going to say Mike Williams because you can get him later. But Mike Evans, you got to take him in the 2nd or 3rd round. He's probably going in that 3rd round, especially in Superflex. And single quarterbacks, he might be going in the 2nd round. But I'm going to say Mike Williams because you can get him in the 3rd or 4th, and I think his upside is the same as Mike Evans. Richard Walker said legs and arm talent for the quarterbacks. Yes, sir. And second take says DJ Moore or Pittman Jr. I'm going to go with Pittman Jr. User there says, you got OnlyFans, laugh out loud. Just kidding. No, bro, I do got OnlyFans, but I'm not doing anything weird. I'm not taking off any clothes or anything. It just, everybody got Patreon. Y'all know me. I don't be different just to be different, but I'm going to follow to my own beat, right? I got to follow to my own beat. And I thought OnlyFans, when I looked at the platform, I thought it was different and it made it more personable for my fans. Like, I can actually talk to you. I can give you voice messages. I can do a little bit more with you than I could just on Patreon, right? So that's the only thing, bro. I ain't doing nothing weird. Richard Watkins says, what are your thoughts on the Jets front office being afraid to start a quarterback controversy by starting Flacco over Magic Mike? I think it's smart because Flacco don't want the starting job. you don't put your, like, you don't make your girlfriend or your wife compete for another girl. She already there. She's done that. So why would you make them, make her feel uncomfortable, make her compete with a stranger? So you don't make Zach Wilson compete with another young stud like Magic Mike. Flacco, he just in there just to show what he can do and keep his career moving, going around being a journey quarterback to help, young quarterbacks out. Where if Magic Mike get in there, the crowd might, it's New York, the crowd might say, boo, we don't want no more Zach Wilson. And that's going to be detrimental to the league, and that's going to be the coach's fault. Because you got to understand the New York media. You got to play to them. So you start Flacco. If Flacco play bad, then you put Mike in there. That's like they did last year. Flacco caught COVID, then they put Mike in there. If you put Mike in there first, it's going to be hard to go back to Zach Wilson. It just is. That's my 2 cents on that. But that's a great question, Richard. Great question. Guys, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Secretary said, do you think Kelsey can fall to pick 16? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. This year he can, bro, because he's older, and some people fade him. I haven't seen him go in a lot of first rounds, bro. I've been seeing him go in the second round. Now, he's the first 2 to 3 picks in the second round, but I haven't seen him go in a lot of first round drafts this year. Secretary says, no, he is not taking off his clothes. You know it, bro. You tell him. Secretary says, Justin Jefferson is my guy at pick 5. Can't wait. Yeah, that's where I'm taking. I faded him a couple times and took Najee. I kind of don't like that. But, hey, I did what I did, right? And he said, did you see Trey Lance test? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's going to be a lot of that. He's going to be letting them guys take opportunities. He's going to put the ball out there for him. That's why he's better. He's not as disciplined as Jimmy Garoppolo, but he's going to take opportunities. And sometimes that's why Pat Mahomes took Kansas City to the next level, because Alex Smith played too safe, and that's okay. That's who he is. So in order for them to take their game to the next level, they had to get rid of Jimmy and take Trey so they can throw the ball downfield to Debo more often. And that team can beat a Green Bay in the playoffs, which they did already, but maybe even the Rams. And Kevin says, Najee failed to pick 9 today for me. Even if he isn't a RB1, he's still a steal. I agree with you 100%, Kevin. 100%, bro. Richard says, does Flacco or Magic Mike help the skill positions such as Elijah Moore and Breach Hall for quality targets? You know that question. It's Magic Mike, but I think Flacco will be okay. Mike is going to check the ball down, and he looked really good last year doing that. But Flacco, too, because, Magic Mike helped out my boy Michael Carter. But Flacco is going to be okay, man. So Magic Mike is the best quarterback, but like I said, it's not about putting the best quarterback out. You got a rookie quarterback that you drafted number 2 overall that you got to save his face. You can't get the crowd to boo him. So, but I agree, bro. Magic Mike will give them better targets. Better quality targets. And guys, last 2 comments right here. Then I got to get out of here because I got a consultation at 6. Richard says, do you think Ayuk would keep pace with Debo Samuel in his new offense ran by talented quarterback Trey Lance? Yes, he could, man. He could outdo Debo because of he's playing that. He having a tremendous count, and his deep ball skills is a little better than Debo. But Debo is Debo. If he catch it, can't nobody tackle Debo. Debo almost like a DK Metcalf, even though he's shorter and stuff. But when he catch it, Debo, you tackling the real Debo off of Friday. It is what it is. But yeah, I think Trey Lance can accentuate Ayuk, and Ayuk can mess around and have a better season than Debo Samuel. I said what I said. You're right, bro. Last question, guys. Second take says Harris or Henry. I'm going to go Najee Harris because of Henry's injury, and he's been a little older. Henry is usually, any other time I would say Henry, but Najee being younger, and I'm trusting New York. I'm not New York, but I'm trusting Pittsburgh to give him a full workload. I'm going to say Najee. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Fantasy Good Sports. I'm going to get out of here. Remember to sign up for my OnlyFans, guys. I got listener leagues. If you need a consultation, hit me up. You can go to my website and book an appointment, or you can just book an appointment through me through Fantasy Gmail. Also, guys, Richie got plenty of articles, guys, out there. So if you need to talk to him about anything that was on the articles, you can hit him up at his Gmail. Richie, you can put your Gmail out in the chat if you want to, if you got time. If not, I'll look for that and I'll put it into the link description box. But yeah, guys, make sure you sign up for my OnlyFans so you can play against me and other aficionados. I got a lot of listener leagues coming up before the first week, so you want to make sure you get in those, guys. Marvin, what's up, bro? Yes, sir. All right, guys. Y'all be safe. I got to get out of here.